Hi, welcome. So this is a reading for International Women's Day, March 8th, 2025. And so I thought, why not try for bringing in messages around the empowered feminine, the empowered divine feminine energies that we feel. And if we don't feel it, we'll want to feel it. And that's not to say like people who identify as male and want to cultivate that empowered feminine within them to become more balanced. So yeah, in honor of International Women's Day, let's get to it. So thank you, Spirit, for these messages. Six of Wands, Five of Cups, Ten of Wands, Two of Cups, the Sun. We're going to do a 6-card, the Moon. Talk about divine feminine, Sun and Moon. I almost said dudes. Dudettes. We've got it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what we wanted. And then I brought out all my decks. We have a whole bunch of stuff gonna like whoosh, all feminine energies, at least from my perspective. So I'm just want to get a clarification card for each of these. You know what I didn't do? Let's just do an overall. We have the Six of Pentacles. We'll just put that up there and see what it means. Besides balance, reciprocity, what we're comfortable with, what our boundaries are, what we're comfortable taking in, and what we're comfortable giving out. Seems pretty empowered to me. All right, thank you. 10 of Crystals. 8 of Crystals. Interesting. I love this. It's like we have balancing energies for each of these cards. Yes. 7 of, why are we getting all crystals? Wow, more crystals. More crystal. What the heck is happening? And then 8 of that is wild. What are you telling us? There's something about being grounded. There, like, this is off the charts obvious. Like, there's no disputing this energy that just came in. This is like grounding all of these other energies we have in us. It's saying, oh, your fiery part, let's ground it in. Oh, your emotional cup part, let's ground it in. That is wild. Okay, so that was pretty cool. So we have I didn't take one for the overall energy. Let me pull from the bottom. And we have the Queen of Acorns, which is Wands, which we have this grounded energy of Pentacles, and it's being complemented by a fiery energy, passion, creativity. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting chills. This, I think what's going to happen is we'll have an extended. So I'm going to have to push pause eventually to go into the extended. But first, I won't be able to do this back to back. I'll have to go. We're doing a music trivia tonight for the band club, like the high school band. It supports their trip that they take the students on every, I don't know if they do it every 2 or 4 years now. It just changed, I think. And so we had to go like sit in a room full of amazing people and try to guess which songs are being played, the titles, the artists. We did it last year, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but we sat in front of the speakers. We're like this, and we're like, ouch. So our strategy is, and the reason I'll probably have to pause early is so we can hightail it out of here and get a table far in the back or something. Like, we're too old for that. So anyway, so yeah, this will be a 2-parter. If there's a link below, we went into the extended later on. So anyway, I'm really loving this energy. I haven't really absorbed all this yet. So there's 6 of Pentacles. Like I said, that's grounded, reciprocity, give and take, boundaries, generosity, self-care. There's like the ebb and flow between those things. Like reciprocity is the word here. It's like what am I comfortable taking in? What's mine is mine, and what's not mine is not mine. And then we have the Queen of Acorns, or the Queen of Wands, which is passion and creativity. So what about that balance? When you can be fully, like when you know your boundaries, that is literally an empowered feeling. Once you've identified and hold your boundaries and practice your holding your boundaries, and then you can develop this, like there's this passion and creativity that just swells up when it's like you start to know who you really are. And I know that's what we've been as the feminine being called into, is just like boundaries, man, woman. And then your passion and creativity is just going to go off the charts. So I'm going to go from the bottom up, because good old ChatGPT, I was like, I want a very inspirational tarot spread for International Women's Day. So they tell me what the placements are, and then Spirit says, boom, here are the cards, and then it's like, here's the message to be interpreted. So that's what I've been flowing with lately, and I'm really liking it. So we'll see how long I need to keep doing this. The root of my power. What inner strength or wisdom am I being called to recognize and embrace? What inner strength or wisdom am I being called to recognize or embrace? The root of my power, which is funny. Root of my power says stability and attainment. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles it's like the ultimate grounded energy in your, it's like your family life, your home life, your ancestral lineage. It's like this, it's big energy in terms of what you are doing on behalf of the people you love. And it's ultimate like nurturing energy out of love. And kind of some loyalty, but not the shadowy part of loyalty where it's like obligation, but this is like obligation of the heart. And then Six of Wands is it's success and recognition. And it's also like, just I want to be recognized for my my strengths, not my traditionally feminine qualities. I want to stand up in my power and be recognized for my strengths and respected for those. And that's what the Six of Wands is telling us, supported by the Ten of Pentacles. Is attainment, stability, like you're fully grounded in that want and desire to be recognized. It's not like that other energy that's the shadowy part of just look at me. This is don't pay attention to the shoes I'm wearing or the clothes I'm wearing, or if I've put on my makeup, or if I'm wearing earrings, which I am. I just felt like having some earrings tonight. And it's just like, recognize me for my strengths. I love that energy. So it's like the root of my power. The root is, it's no longer, sure, we can get dressed up, we can look nice, we can get all fancy, we can do the traditionally feminine things, but that's not what I care for you to even recognize me for. I want you to know my strengths. You better know my boundaries. I love it. The empowered feminine. So then we have a limiting belief to release. What old story, conditioning, or fear no longer serves me? The Five of Cups. This is focusing on lack, the self-limiting beliefs. This is literally a limiting belief to release. Yeah, anything you tell yourself that's self-limiting. This is the card for that. And then I'm looking over here because it says, what old story, conditioning, or fear no longer serves me? And we have this Eight of Pentacles. It says dedication and progress. And there's this, sometimes this energy of, we've just got to keep our head down and do the work. We've got to prove ourselves. Eventually it'll lead to something. And that's the kind of dedication that kind of keeps us feeling like our flame is put out sometimes. So there's this what's our old story, what's this old conditioning is that, yeah, just prove your worth, prove it, instead of just the power within. I want to be recognized for my strengths. This is saying, no, I've got to keep my head down, do the work, and prove that I'm worthy to work in a man's field, a male-dominated profession, or the patriarchy at large. Like, just keep your head down, do the work, and just prove it, day in, day out. And speaking from experience, many decades of experience in a male-dominated field, no one's going to recognize you like the old way. Just if you keep your head down and do the work and just hope, like people are people, and you have to fully believe. You don't need to prove it, and you don't need to wait for them to recognize you. You stand up and be recognized. And that's what this is. Like, get rid of those self-limiting beliefs that you have to be obligated, dedicated to day in, day out, proving your worth to sit at the table, be in the room. That's keeping your head down to do that. And when I say keep your head down, means not speaking up in meetings. Like, I'm saying business world because that's where I came from, but it kind of relates to all these areas of life where the feminine, the women, have been traditionally kept silenced or not respected just for their contributions. And this is saying, I have a lot to contribute. I no longer have to prove it. I'm as equal as anybody else here in this room. Gender, it's silly. I'm so glad the younger generations are coming up like, yeah, we don't think about that stuff. That is stupid. Yeah, it's us older generations that have clung so tightly to those old paradigms that no longer serve us. They never really did. They didn't serve half of us anyway, or a big chunk of us. So it's like, let it go. And so stop telling yourself that you have to prove your worth to sit at the table, to be in the room, to hold your head up, to speak your mind. You don't have to prove anything. Man, I love that. And you're still going to make progress. You're going to make progress through your own ability to just tune them out. You don't care what they think anyway anymore, right? It's time to stop caring what the patriarchy thinks and just pave your way. So we have the feminine archetype guiding me. What energy, nurturer, warrior, mystic, creator, healer, etc. wants to support my journey? Literally the 10 of Wands. Look at this journey. She's on a solo journey with her ox, her bull. It's like representative of her inner strength and self-reliance. She has everything she needs on her journey, not relying on anybody but her own strength and wisdom. She's carrying her wands. She has her passion, her fortitude, and that's not the exact word, but there's something about passion, inspiration. It's like the volcano energy of quiet, like this potential. You know how a volcano is just like rumbling and the wands are fire. It's like that. Like we look all maybe subdued or calm, or not subdued, that's not the right word because that has a negative connotation sometimes, but it's like we have this calm surface, but underneath we have all of this potential raw lava-like power just waiting to erupt in the direction we intend. And that's like such a feminine thing, because the masculine part of that is the lava is already on the outside. it is out in the world, shooting through the world, and then it's like, oh wait, what did I just aim at? Like, shotgun style. So many mixed analogies. I don't know how you can ever make sense of what I say. But the feminine quality of that is the volcano on the outside looks perfectly calm. Yet we have all of this raw potential power. Just wherever we direct it, it's going to make a big impact. I had somebody say that to me once. Yeah. It's almost like that stereotype of it's always the quiet ones, and they're the ones who make big waves or big impacts. And it's like, oh, watch out for those quiet ones. People have said that to me too. But underneath, it's like, oh, don't let that fool you, of all this passion and inspiration and pure potential. So that is the feminine archetype. Would be, because it says what energy? Nurturer, warrior, mystic, creator, healer, wants to support my journey. Oh man, this feels like all of the above. Because the 7 of crystals, which is 7 of pentacles, is options and results, which we just came from the 8 of crystals. So this is like an energy of slowing down. We've gone from an 8 to a 7, and the 7 is, sometimes people see it as being patient, and I feel like there's this calm patience with just like, I know what's in me. I know exactly, like, I have options. I'm here. I can make results out of that pure potential energy I have. I love that. So the archetype is one of whatever one aligns with that. Nurturer, warrior, mystic, creator, healer, all of the above, wants to support my journey. Hi. So when we go into the extended, we'll clarify these with some oracle cards too. I've got like witch, woman in total control of herself, which I haven't really used this yet. I mean, I've used it a lot, just not in these readings. Seasons of the witch. I pull out all my witchy energy. It's, traditionally thought of as the divine feminine. We have the wild and sacred feminine deck. We have some reflection cards that have very much a feminine vibe and artwork to them. And then we have awakening intuition, because we're known to be the more intuitive part of our species. And then we have infinite wisdom of the chakras, because there's so much feminine artwork. So we've got a lot to do. Okay, so now we go up to how can I lift and inspire others? This is, what role do I play in empowering the collective feminine? Oh, hi. You're a little boy cat. This is for Women's Day, so you need to sit down and know your place. So anyway, we have the 2 of Cups. How can I lift and inspire others? The 2 of Cups is one of partnership. And I think that's what the feminine energy really does, is say, let's partner together. Whereas like traditionally masculine energies, and this isn't male, female as in gender, these are energies. I know, what is going on? I missed you too. And masculine is more like individual, rugged individualism. I gotta pave my way, make my mark. And women make their mark out of cooperation and lifting each other up. And so what role do I play in empowering the collective feminine? Did I just drop? Oh my God, this is funny, because the 6 of Pentacles is exactly what we got for the overall energy. And this is synergy and gratitude. Synergy, literally the complementary card we want here. So that's how we're going to empower the collective feminine, is look for those opportunities for synergy. Like, what can I bring to the table and what can you bring to the table? And the sum is greater than the individual parts. The whole. Are you okay? Let's get some more fur all over us. I love you so much. Oh, he's so cuddly. You have no idea how soft he is. So then we have the sun with the 5 of Pentacles, crystals, persistence, and new possibilities. And the sun is complete optimism. And this is in the placement of a message from my ancestors and guides. What wisdom do the women before me wish to share? Oh, I love that. I love it. Because the sun being like just shine, it's like our ancestors are shining down on us, saying, don't hold yourself back like we did. In our generation, like we were made to feel less than, and we kept ourselves small because of that. Just put on a happy face. And our ancestors and guides are saying, no, not anymore. First of all, if you're alive today, you're not meant to be doing that anyway. Oh my gosh, he's getting all like on his back. He wants a belly rub. What wisdom do the women before me wish to share? So there's the Five of Crystals says persistence, new possibilities. It's like, I love that. Remember, like in the Me Too movement, like the idea of persistence. And yet she persists. Like, no matter what roadblocks are thrown up in front of us, we persist. And that's our empowered feminine energy, persistence, and creating our new possibilities. We're not going to look around and be like, what has the patriarchy and the masculine world laid before me so that's what I'm allowed to do in my lifetime? No, not anymore. New possibilities. We're dreaming up our lives. It's different now, and I'm so grateful for that. Most of my life has been lived in this, like, just male dominated patriarchy, and it's been interesting. I feel like in a prior life I wasn't female, and I carry a lot of that energy in me still. Like, it sometimes even denied my feminine qualities and aligned with the masculine, and have tried to find my own center with that throughout my life. And so I think it goes way back, like before this lifetime. And that's true for a lot of us, or all of us. I don't know if we've always had a lifetime of one gender, so that's why these masculine and feminine energies run through us. We have some of both. They're in our DNA. They're in our ancestry. Man. And so it's like the wisdom that even not just our ancestors want to share, but what do we want to share from our past selves to our current selves? Can you tap into where you have felt the opposite energy in you, and what wisdom has it given you? What lessons have you learned from it? What I've learned a lot of times is when I've displayed, whenever I've tried on an overt masculine energy out in the world in my current life, I was like, ew, that didn't feel good. Like, in this lifetime, I'm meant to learn what my feminine powers are, my feminine strengths are, not just try to mimic what maybe my past energies have been from past lives, or mimic the masculine world around me because that's what works for them. It's always felt out of alignment, and I'm like, ew, I don't want to do that anymore. And I wish I had a good example. Maybe it'll come to me. I just realized I forgot to do something at the end of the last reading. Didn't I say I was going to do something and I didn't? Don't you hate that feeling? And then you're like, I have no idea, and I don't know if I have time to go rewatch all that whole video to be like, oh, that's what it was. Anyway, that's part of like the feminine mind, is we juggle so much that, and we don't like to let balls drop, do we? We're like, no, I've got to take care of everything. So somewhere in my mind was like, oh, I dropped a ball, I've got to go pick it back up. That's what we do. We are, I just love our energies. So anyway, our ancestors are like, yeah, don't conform anymore. We did that. Sorry, there's just so much cat fur with this guy. And then we have the future I am creating. What is the next step in my journey of strength, love, and transformation? And we have the moon, which is literally trying to shine a light on those things that will lead to our greatest transformation. Like, what do we need to heal in order to fully transform into who we're meant to be, into full alignment with our wisdom and higher self? What is the next step in my journey of strength, love, and transformation? There's the Eight of Feathers, which is the Eight of Swords. There's courage and solutions, which is the first time we're getting sword energy. So there's the future you're creating is one of clarity and knowing your inner strength, which is your courage. Like fully stepping into the courage to be who you know yourself to be in a still male-dominated world. Still we exist in a patriarchy. It's changing, but there's the clarity in knowing who you are that comes with the Eight of Feathers. And there's the ability, like seeing solutions rather than problems. There are people out there who if you're one to always dream up the what ifs, the possibilities, like there's possibilities and solutions are like part of this reading. And I feel like that's a feminine quality. We come up with solutions. And I feel like some of the masculine energies in my life, the first thing when I say what if or what about this, is their minds go directly to, like, literally the first words out of the mouth are, well, the problem is. And I'm just like, isn't that just such a soul crusher phrase to start the response with, or to hear as the response? I just literally said, what if? Like possibilities. Isn't that what we do? We dream up possibilities. And then the male energy coming back at us oftentimes is like, well, the problem is, are you even listening? This is dream time. This is like, let's dream up our future, not shoot it down before we even get lift off. So there's just, we've got to do this for ourselves in community with other women, other feminine energies. This Women's Day, especially in 2025, it's a year of such transformation. The number 5 is change and transformation. And I feel like more than ever, we're stepping into our power, our courage. And there is this Six of Pentacles, like all of this is like so grounding. All of this energy is not just like woo, 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 like flighty energy, or what some people think is feminine, which is not grounded, right? Overly emotional, overly in my head. Like those are the old ways of thinking about the feminine energies. This is saying, no, we've come into a very grounded existence, a very grounded, I don't want to say phase, but the next evolution of femininity is freaking grounded in our power and strength. And we know that. And so I've already gone 28 minutes. I'm just so fired up. So I'm going to push pause. Actually, let's do one thing, because I have so many oracle cards here. I do want to give us the Women in Total Control of Herself oracle, and really just end with such a message of like being a woman in total control of ourselves. So thank you, Spirit. Weaver of the Red Tent. Weaver of the Red Tent. Let's see what this has to tell us. This is number 36. Your little claws. Ow. You look so serene, and yet under the surface his claws are like pokey pokey. He's so cute though. Long ago, the red tent was a place women gathered together to tell their stories, weave their futures, and shed their past, along with their menstrual blood. Losing the red tent and the village life associated with it has resulted in a loss of healthy interdependence. We've forgotten how much we need each other and how precious unstructured time together can be. Oh, I got chills. We continually feel the pressure to perform, produce, fix, create, heal, help without ever acknowledging our own needs. We've been raised to think of need as a bad word, a condition that makes us weak, inferior. But ultra independence is a trauma response. When we deny our own need, eschewing the very thing that makes us human and interconnected, we forfeit our belonging and eject ourselves from the circle of life, the cyclical process of giving and receiving. Oh my God, which results in growing. You guys, creativity is growth. Create growth. Reciprocity, giving and receiving. That's the ultimate meaning of Six of Pentacles. A witch, W-I-T-C-H, woman in total control of herself, is willing to make herself vulnerable, to ask for what she needs and receive help without shame. Whether she has a village, a small circle of friends with whom to make her own red tent ceremonies, or just one sister or friend, she knows her sacred charge is to pay attention to her own needs first, unabashedly. She allows herself to ask for what she needs, which frees up the energetic space to offer what she can without the pressure of saving, fixing, or caretaking. Wow. That's a message we needed. That goes right along with this. So thank you for watching, and follow the link to the extended. And we're going to go way deeper. There's going to be a lot more messages coming through. So thanks for watching. Say bye. Bye.